Jade Hurley.
Here we go. Sing it! You got it!
I'm up and down and round about. If it's country music you're talking about, chat with me and I'll hear you out on JPF Country Australia.
What am I going to do now? But that happened with Johnny O'Keefe. Ironically enough, exactly the same thing happened with Johnny Cash. Johnny said the same thing, Johnny O'Keefe said the same thing. You perform differently. You don't do the same glisses like Jerry Lee. I do them differently. Sir Elton John doesn't gliss up and down the piano. Billy Joel doesn't gliss up and down the piano. I don't do it. Jerry Lee did. Okay, I pinched a little bit, but I do it different to Jerry Lee Lewis. And so, and the thing is, if I do Great Balls of Fire, I do a Jade Hurley version of Great Balls of Fire. If I did Before the Next Teardrop Falls, I do a Jade Hurley version of Before the Next Teardrop Falls. There's nothing worse than I'm not happy about is just copying someone else's hit record. And that's why I'm a little bit loath to acknowledge all the Elvises that are around the place. Seriously, not another Elvis, and not another version of, Don't Be Cruel. Or Jailhouse Rock. Give us a break.
I agree with you actually, and it's so true. Now, I'm just going to cover a couple of things.
Yep.
Jade Hurley has received the Order of Australia medal. Tell us how proud you were when you received that. That is so huge.
Josh, when I was, look, I was at home in Sydney in those days, and I got a letter. I opened the letter and it said, "Dear Mr. Hurley, you have been nominated for an Order of Australia." And I thought it was April Fool's Day. And I thought, seriously? Me? But, all those days during the Mike Walsh show and the birthday shows and all those days, because you're in the public eye, you're all of that. That's off the.
Yeah, there's two. I picked up two of those recently.
That's off the Mike Walsh show.
Yes.
That has sold over 800,000 copies to this minute, and it's still selling through the website on DVD. And
wow.
That one there, Solid Gold, that was MOR, Middle of the Road album of the year. All those years ago, that sold 700,000 copies. People don't know this. They don't think it's only John Farnham or In Excess or something that has sold that. But those albums are still selling to this day. And I get it, but the people love those days.
So what we might do then is really just say that you've achieved all really in life that one can achieve, but obviously you've still got that ambition to move forward. So can you tell us about some upcoming projects and things that are dear to your heart?
Do you know what's just happened to me? I must tell you, Josh. Now, Lindsay Waddington, he's one of the consummate performers, musicians, entertainers, funny man, comedian. He's the full box of guys. He rang me up about 3 or 4 weeks ago, only 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he said, while he's still on the planet, so cool, thanks, whatever, while he's still not on the planet, I'd like to do some tracks with him in the studio. And I was so humbled. I thought, here's a guy at the peak of his career. Everyone wants to work with him, everyone wants to record. Here he is ringing me up and saying, I want to record with you. You know what? Something strange happened. I got off the phone, I went straight over to my piano, I turned my studio on, turned the computers on, everything like that. Something fell out of me. It's a lullaby which you don't hear anymore. Similar to what I do, the lullaby that my mum used to play when I was a kid.
Now, is that the one you played on stage today?
Yes.
I absolutely adore it. It's so different.
Yes, that's what it is. It's a and I put a little Floyd Kramer licks, slide notes in there and things like that. Well, this song, after I got off the phone from Watto, this song, ditty fell out of my head. And I sat down and I played it, and I downloaded it and I sent it to Watto. I'm not kidding, no later than 15 minutes later. And he's rung me back and he said, when can you get up here? We've got to record this. We've got to record this. So in the meantime, Christine and I had been, my partner and I had been to Memphis about 5 years ago before, what's the name hit, the dreadful COVID. And it had taken us a long time to set this, to get permission to go into Sun Records, with a camera crew, to shoot an Australian version or an opinion of what Sun Record means to Australian rock and roll and country music singers like me. So we went in and did all that. Anyway, we put it together and everything like that, and I played it to Watto and his daughter Maddie, who is just a genius. She's only 20 years of age and she's a genius. I hate
Absolutely beautiful girl, beautiful camera operator as well.
Yes, and I hate her, but I love her. God love you, Maddie. And they put a different perspective on what we had brought out of Sun Records. And I finished, not only, so here we are, here we've got this melody, this piece of music that goes way back to my mum's days, that's still in my head, and it's fallen out of me, and Watto said, we've got to record this is unbelievable. This song, this tune with the Floyd Kramer licks and everything like that. And I don't do Floyd Kramer licks, I do Jade Hurley licks.
Yes.
And then when we got up there to the studio, he sat and looked at this doco that we'd shot in Sun Records. And he and Maddie sat there and they didn't say a word. And then came the credits at the end, were produced by Jade Hurley and all that sort of thing, all that sort of thing. I did it over a song called Tom T. Hall. Now, Tom T. Hall was a great mate of mine, a great friend, great personal friend for many years, right up until the day he died. And just like Johnny Cash and Jimmy Carter, right up until the day they died, we were friends. We would talk on the phone from their home to mine. And I get a little cut up when I start talking about these people, because to know these superstars in their own genres and be associated, and they ring me up and say, how you doing, Jay? And things like that. I mean, and Tom said to me once, he said, you know, you should record that. So I got to Memphis and put in there some of those little licks of yours, Jade Hurley licks. So I never forgot that. And with the credits sliding up and down on the screen, here's me performing. That's how I got to Memphis. And Watto sat there with his daughter, Junior's daughter, and said, wow. We're going to record the lullaby, which incidentally I've named after my mum. Her name was Lily, and I have called it Lily's Theme. And this is how this happened, I don't know. But this lullaby from my mum's days when I was a 14-year-old little boy watching her play the piano, 70 years later has fallen out of me after being instilled by Watto to say, well, you and I have got to do something. And I've done it. And we recorded it. But we also recorded a brand new version of That's How I Got to Memphis.
Oh, wonderful.
In the one day.
Right.
In the one day. Which is quite unheard of. So we've done it. And let me tell you now, Josh, I've been in this business for 60 years. I've seen acts come and go. would-be's, if they could-be's, come and go. I've seen great acts go on to bigger and better things. I've seen sad things that happen, like John Farnham and others. And you know, I know something that's good when I hear it. I'll never forget the first time I heard a voice from John Farnham. I think, man, this is, where the hell did that come from? Or many others, not too many, but a few others, which are turned into anthems. And I know, and so does what. And what I heard this Lily's thing that I heard, and then he sat there and he watched the Sun Records thing, and then he sort of, that's how I got to remember my version then, which is basically the same, along the same lines as Tom T's. What I said, no, we're not going to do it like that. Let's bring it up to today and let's hammer it.
Right.
You know, that's how. Do you know why? Because that's how you got to Memphis. You're 81 now, and you're going to be 82 next year, and that's how you got to Memphis. That 82 is going to be a bloody hit, but it's not going to be a hit before release the hits. So I can hardly wait. Now I'm letting him take over. He will put together the incidentals and all that sort of thing, as I do with all my others. I know how he works. We've just got this epiphany together, which works. So we know that Lily's theme is a tribute to my mum, and out of the blue came. That's how I got to Memphis from Tom T. We were mates. Can I tell you a story about Tom T?
Look, you sure can.
You know what? I went to Tom's place the first time.
Look, I idolise Tom.
Right. Well,
I love Tom, I've met him.
The first time I went to Tom's place, we stayed there, right? We stayed at his place. Anyway, cutting a long story short, went into his man cave, and at this time, because at that time Tom was a drunk. He'd walk out on stage drunk. He'd do a show drunk every night. It was sad.
What sort of year are we talking about?
Oh, we're going back early 80s.
Right,
maybe.
I met him in about 94, I think.
Oh, no, he was sober.
Right.
No, he was sober then. So he was a drunk. And he was on his way out because no one wanted to book him because he was a drunk. He'd go out there and say stupid things on stage and play wrong chords on the guitar and all that. And all of a sudden, after a while, he woke up. So he went off. But this time, he used to drink moonshine, which he'd get moonshine out of the hills in Tennessee. Anyway, so he pours this great big glass. I swear to God, on my mother's grave, he poured this great big glass of moonshine. One for himself, one for me. And he said, it's lovely to have you here. It's lovely to be staying here with me and everything like that. Let's drink to future years. So he clinked glasses. Then I had about 2 mouthfuls and nearly threw up. And Tom said, what's wrong? He's going, I said, mate, I can't drink that. And he said, give it to me. So he drowned it. He drank the 2 glasses by himself. And I said, God, how the hell do you do that and stand up? Anyway, the long and the short of it was, he got off the drink later on because he had to, because he wasn't getting any work. People were losing respect for him, and to the day he died, he didn't have another drink.
That's absolutely amazing because that would have been hard for him.
Absolutely. He was a star. I mean, as soon as he got up on stage, people wanted to hear that old dogs and children. I love little dogs.
Exactly.
Hey, I love little baby ducks, old pickup trucks, slow
moving trains and rain.
And rain. I mean, how does anybody write something like that?
Exactly.
Tom T. Hall did.
He sure did.
Wow. Want to sing that?
We are going to sing that in a second. I've got to mention 2 people's names that have asked me to mention. Well, not one person that I said I would mention is Len O'Connor.
Len O'Connor's a great mate of mine. Len played bass in Johnny O'Keefe's band, one of Johnny O'Keefe's band, the Stuart Park Show band, earlier in the piece. And God love him, he's a good mate. And great family and everything like that. Just recently lost his wife and everything like that. So God love you, mate. You're a great mate. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And also Pixie Jenkins.
Oh, you great little old man. I love him. He rang me up one day and he said, "You know what?" He said, "There's this." He said, "You remember that song?" God, I've forgotten now.
A little bit country and a little bit rock and roll.
A little bit country, and I said, "Yeah, the Donny and Marie Osmond song."
G'day, Pix, you look a little bit country.
Jade, you look like a rock and roll star with that outfit on. Come inside. Oh.
I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll. He's a little bit gentle, he's a little bit running wild. Yeah. She's a little bit of full-grown woman.
Why, thank you.
She's a little bit of a child.
What?
I don't know if I'm happy or sad, but the music makes me whole. I'm a little bit country, and I'm a little bit rock and roll.
And he said, "You and I should sing that." And he said, "I should be Marie, you could be Donny." So tired. Because at 81, when you do a 2.5-hour show, it's pretty tough. But do you know why you do a 2.5-hour show when you're only expected to do a 90-minute show?
Why is that, mate?
Because you're loving what you're doing at the time. The people are having a ball. If the people have a ball, you have a ball. If you have a ball, the people have a ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jade Hurley, OAN, and we're going to do a little bit of I Love, aren't we?
I love
Little baby ducks, old pickup trucks, slow-moving trains, and rain. And I
love you too. God bless you, Tom. Love you, mate. Rest in peace eternally.
I'm up and down and round about. If it's country music you're talking about, chat with me and I'll hear you out on JPF Country Australia.